In an armed robbery, a counter ambush is almost always your best strategy to protect yourself. Hi everyone, this is John with today's active self-protection lesson out of Tijuana, Mexico. We're going to see an armed robbery here go very bad for all the armed robbers. We're going to learn important lessons about keeping your tools on you, about knowing when to use them in a counter ambush, and about dealing with multiple threats effectively. The guy on the right who's standing closest to the car is an off-duty police officer. The guy's getting out of the car on the left, we will know here in just a moment, but of course he doesn't know our armed robbers. And the guy coming around the car is going to go behind the pillar. So we're not going to see exactly what happens here, but he is going to threaten the clerk, I believe, with an armed robbery. So the officer pulls his gun, shoots at the first guy, gets him to submit, but his buddy starts shooting over the top of the car, which makes our officer fire back at him several times, gets them to leaving in a hurry, and now he's going to try to control the guy who has surrendered and is on the ground, put some more shots downrange towards these guys that got away in the car. He's going to put a foot on this other guy to keep him here, and that's where this one is going to end. Let's go back and learn some lessons from this one. There are some significant ones. Number one, as these guys come out, you notice that our officer's prepared. He has his gun on him, and he is aware of his surroundings. That is the key to him winning this gunfight. He's aware and he's prepared. He has his tools on him. Now, because he's aware, he sees the threat coming and launches a counter ambush right here. See him going for his gun. Now, we can't see on the video what the trigger was for him, what the go time and where that was, but he saw it, and he was not the original victim. So whether that guy had a gun out or whatever, he saw the right time, gets his gun out and on target, and puts a shot on this guy. But notice here that the first bad guy who was, the initiator has his hands up, and so our officer doesn't shoot him again. That is a surrender, which is a psychological stop, but our goal is to stop the threat, and the threat had stopped in that moment. The guy has his hands up, hey man, don't shoot me. So the officer didn't shoot him again. That was really wise, but he wasn't necessarily paying attention to other threats around him. See him ordering this guy to the ground. He's got his hand out ordering him to the ground, but you can see to the left that the accomplice is getting his gun up. You notice he's kind of trying to shoot over the top of the car. That's pretty common. We see people try to put their gun around barricades all the time, and that makes a cop hit the deck. He gets that FIBSA factor, fudge I'm being shot at, and starts putting shots through this car. Now you got to recognize that going through the back window and going through the front window is going to make that bullet do all kinds of unpredictable stuff. So that's why I say shooting through car glass is not necessarily a great idea. And now we see the officer here is just cover fire, man. He's just putting shots downrange on this guy while he's turned around and running the other way, which I highly don't recommend because you're accountable for every round that leaves the barrel of the gun. But thankfully that him taking shots at these guys is driving them off. But I do want to notice that he just took a shot at this guy who was about 15 yards away from him and running away at a diagonal. Very difficult shot, even for highly trained people to make on a moving target, moving away at a diagonal. You see him kick the bad guy's gun away, the first one that he got out there. Now he's going to see what else is going on with these guys and take another shot from this position here. I do like that he has two hands on the gun. I do like that he's moving and trying to find a good shot, but I don't know, because we can't see it off screen, if there was an objective, reasonable, deadly threat here. What I'd really recommend instead, keep an eye on stuff. Don't shoot at guys who are fleeing. Let them go. Make sure to secure the guy's gun. He did a fine job of shooting who needed to get shot. Let's watch those follow-up shots and cover fire, because we're accountable for every round that leaves the end of our muzzle, and do the right thing to cover our asp.